he and his partner, he doesn't call her a wife because that's how woke he is. Why would he in any way affirm a marriage, even if he's married? Which is, when he went and ate at that extremely expensive restaurant, maybe the most expensive in California, without masks on, while having everybody wear masks all the time, it wasn't that he's a hypocrite. It's that he doesn't believe anything he says. He's not a hypocrite. A hypocrite is it's like charging, a person who's done a truly bad thing, something violent, with hypocrisy. It's sort of the minimal accusation. He's a phony with power. And so now his latest is, if you're not vaccinated in California, you're like a drunk driver. I have never seen in my life the orchestrated hatred to a group of Americans as I am seeing now. It's orchestrated hatred. You are allowed to hate the unvaccinated, even if the unvaccinated had COVID already. And there is no scientific reason whatsoever for them to take as minimal a risk as it is the vaccine. You are to hate these people. They are killers. They are killing you and themselves. This is this piece of crap governor of California on television. That he should be recalled is as obvious as a crook being put in prison. The man's a crook. It's truly amazing. You are allowed to hate a group of Americans. You should hate them. They are unser Unglück, our misfortune. Yes. This is unprecedented. And yet Americans put up with it. French don't put up with it. See the gigantic demonstration against Macron's rules? People on the left foment hate. Do you not see that? Is it not obvious? 99% of the hatred in this country comes from the left. This has been true all of my life. This is not new. They're hate mongers. You're a Republican, you should be hated. You supported Trump, you should be hated. You believe America's not racist, you should be hated. You are against the vast numbers of people coming in illegally, you should be hated. You're not disputed. They can't dispute us. So they foment hate. There's no bigger hate group than the Southern Poverty Law Center. It's just a hate group. That's all it is. It is nothing more than a wealthy hate group. Can you name a group on the left that you who are on the left would acknowledge as a hate group, or do you have none? Only right-wingers have hate groups? And the right-wing hate groups, I never met them. The alt-right. Who the hell is the alt-right? Name alt-right that I should know of. All the hate comes from the left. But they own all means of communication. Not all. I'm communicating. They own the vast majority of means of communication. Certainly the only ones that people on the left listen to. And they're filled with hate. That's the way it is. Drunk drivers. That's right. While they allow people out of jail. People who do real evil, they're not to be hated. They're to be pitied. Yep. The rapists and the murderers and the burglars, they're part of the, what is it? What do they call it? The something to prison pipeline? What is the first part of the pipeline? Breathing. I don't know. It's fascinating. Oh, my God. Yes. You're allowed to hate. You should hate a group in the United States. 1-8-PRAGER-776. 877-243-7776. Let me ask you a question. I don't quite understand the answer to this. We're supposedly at 75% vaccinated in California. Is that right? Didn't he say it's 25% that won't get vaccinated? Anyway, take a look. And it doesn't matter. For the purposes of my question, it doesn't matter. So the rates fell, the rates of hospitalization fell the most when we had a lower rate of vaccination. So now we have a higher rate of vaccination, and the rates of hospitalization have, they're telling us, gone up, though I will admit I believe almost nothing that either the medical establishment or the government says at this time. Also new in my life. These are new, very sad realizations that the medical establishment, CDC, NIH, AMA, the journals, they lie with the ease that the New York Times lies. They are basically medical versions of the New York Times. If you think the New York Times is committed to truth, then you think that the Journal of the American Medical Association is committed to truth. That's it. You have a simple formula for the way things work at this time. Yes, indeed, my friends. I welcome you to the show. What did you have there? Is there something for me to see? 60% have one shot. The rest is in hieroglyphics. What is the number there? 53. Yeah, 53% have two shots. Oh, why did I hear the number 75%? So let me see. Well, so 60% have one shot. What percentage of the other 40% had COVID? We don't know the answer to that. By the way, can you tell me, this is a real toughie. Can you tell me why if you were vaccinated, if you had COVID, you should get the vaccine? Tell me that there's a scintilla of scientific basis for that demand. We don't care if you have COVID. Let me say, on scientific grounds, I much rather have the antibodies from actually getting COVID than the antibodies from an mRNA vaccine. You have audio of the governor? I don't want to hear it. You see, I know how to protect myself from aggravation. It's really one of my wonderful self-protective traits. I fight every day, but that's gratuitous pain. To hear this lying thug that we have as governor in this state, a bum. The man is a bum. Did you ever hear his interview with, I'll tell you where we should play. We should play the interview he did with Adam Carolla many years ago when he was lieutenant governor. You will hear a man who comes across as stupid, as ignorant and stupid. It's really something. Don Lemon said there should be punishments for people who refuse the COVID vaccine. Did you see that? Is that true? Oh, my God. I have to tell you, the more these people want to shove this vaccine down people's throats, the more I object to people getting the vaccine. You thugs are a reason I am now suspicious of the vaccine, whereas I was not in the past. There's something awry going on, that you are prepared to create such hatred in this country based on no science. Even if it were based on science. What about the rights of the individual to refuse treatment?